This is DJ Dr. Chris.
And it's your favorite nurse practitioner, Bree.
Today I'm going to be talking about shin splints.
And I'm going to talk about different at-home laser lipo treatments.
Ooh. And after that, we'll pop open a bottle and see what comes out. Let's get it started.
This is Poppin' Bottles. I'm so excited.
How's it going,
Chris? I'm excited for my session today. I am, as everyone knows, I'm getting married in October. It's like 104 days away. So we're like in the last crunch, and I have been seeing some of my fat pockets still staying. I have been on the fat burners for a week now. I have not lost anything. I've probably gained 2 or 3 pounds, but my trainer says probably water weight, so not to get discouraged. But of course, I'm looking for that next best thing that I can do at home and try to speed up this weight loss. So I have Googled a couple of at-home laser or cool sculpting treatments that you can do. Most places say that you need to go to of course, a cosmetic place or like a plastic surgeon's office for the best treatment. But then I saw a couple of reviews on this one company called Project E-Beauty, and they have different, cleansing. They're FDA cleared. They have different cleansing facial scrubs. They have a LED mask that you can put on your face to help with your acne and firming of your skin. But they have this one product called it's an ultrasonic slimming therapy. It is wireless, and it has RF red LED light, cavitation ultrasound collagen boosting skin firming treatment, and it helps with acne and fine lines and wrinkles. So they say the way it works is the LED radio frequent ultrasonic light helps with tightening of your skin. It has a heat component where it can't burn your skin, but it helps with warming up the fat cells. So where you're able to excrete it. And so the skin tightens, you lose some fat, and you get slimmer. Now, do I think this is probably more of a product for someone that just has like a little tightening and fat loss to lose? Yes, but I'm going to try it as a person that probably has a higher percentage of fat loss that I want to lose and just see if it works. So I will be doing this for a month just to see if it helps. And if it does, great. If it doesn't, then it's not like I lost anything besides some money. But I will be doing a review on it. I will actually take a video and upload it to our Instagram account, Poppin.
All right.
It was _Poppin_bottles. And then that way y'all can see what I did every day. You're supposed to do it 3 to 4 times a week. You're supposed to wait at least a day or 2 in between, so that way your body has time to actually excrete the fat. But like I said, it's supposed to body sculpt, body shape, cellulite treatment, which I have an issue with, promotes tissue metabolism, skin tightening, strengthening, skin elasticity, tightens skin, strengthens skin elasticity, lymph drainage, accelerates blood circulation, and promotes metabolism. And then it's supposed to help tighten the skin underneath the arm as well. They also give you a warranty, 1-year warranty on the product. So if there's any manufacturer defects, you can send it back and they send you a whole nother one. And it says you can actually use it on like I said, your face too, to help with acne and fine lines and wrinkles. So we'll see what this will do. I'm excited. I ordered it today, so I should get it in the mail soon.
Hopefully it's the magic bullet. We're all waiting for it.
I know. Anything get quick, I'm like, give it to me.
So what do you think about this cool sculpting? You've seen that?
Oh, I've done cool sculpting.
And?
I told you, anything magic and quick, give it to me. So yeah, I did.
Wait, let me guess.
Probably like, what?
Didn't do shit. Let me guess.
No, it worked. It did work. All right. The issue is, which they tell you too, You have to keep up your diet and exercise. So it works. I did lose weight in my stomach area. That's what I had, the cool sculpting treatment. And I only did 2 treatments. You're supposed to do at least 3 to 4 to get the max results. But with just those 2 treatments, and let me take that back. I did 2 sessions, but I only treated my abdomen area. So I had a session on the top and then a session on the bottom. So that is considered 1 treatment of the abdomen area. You're supposed to have at least 3 to 4 treatments of the abdomen area to get the max results. I saw a difference with 1 treatment. So I believe in cool sculpting. I think it works. However, it is expensive and not everyone can afford that. So this machine costs me $244 today. And if it works like it says it's supposed to, and the only thing I have to pay for is to get the cream. You're supposed to put a gel or a cream to help with the motion of it so it doesn't stick to your skin, then it's going to be worth the money, in my opinion.
Well, we'll wait and see. Let me ask you, with the cool sculpting, was there any sort of instructions, like the first week or 2 weeks prior to doing the cool sculpting, where they're like, okay, don't drink alcohol for 2 weeks or anything like that?
No, nothing like that. You just couldn't drink alcohol. I think like a couple of days before, you couldn't take Tylenol, ibuprofen, because they're all blood thinners. And then you go in, you do the treatment because it's non-invasive. You go in, do the treatment, and then you just look out for the side effects, because what it does is it freezes the fat membrane. So then once it's frozen, the worst part is when they have to massage it out, because then that is so uncomfortable. And then you're supposed to massage it over the next week when you get home, and your body's tender. The area is tender, is slightly, I bruised slightly. And then it was still numb for a couple of days afterwards.
Gotcha. Okay, so today in the rehab corner, we're talking about shin splints, something I've been seeing a ton of lately. So what is shin splints? It's basically an overuse of the muscle that lines your shin. That muscle is called your tibialis anterior. So you got what is causing that overuse, which I'll get to in a second. But I first want to talk about what it isn't, which is, it gets confused with often anterior compartment syndrome. So you have layers of fascia that wrap around muscles, creating compartments. And in your lower leg, you've got 3 compartments. The front compartment, the anterior compartment, can become swollen. Like the fascia itself creates constriction, and you'll see like the front of your leg, it's like shiny and it's visibly swollen. And this is a problem because it can put pressure on nerves, give you a foot drop, or give you numbness or tingling. But that's something you need to treat as an emergency and go to the ER if you have that happening. But that's usually not the case. Usually it's just straight up overuse. So let's talk about some of the things that create this overuse. Well, first of all, every muscle has got an inherent capacity or endurance. If you exceed its endurance, if you exceed the endurance a little bit, the muscle adapts to get stronger. But if you suddenly exceed it too much, then you go into overuse and you create strain. And that's what basically tendonitis is, or any kind of muscle pathology. So what are the reasons this happens? Typically, it's someone who hasn't gone for long walks or runs in a long time, and they suddenly decide, you know what, I'm out of shape. I need to go for a 5K run, and I haven't ran in 10 years. So that sudden increase, you haven't given the muscle time to adapt.
That sounds like me.
It sounds like just about everybody I'm seeing these days. Another way you can think about it is, or another issue I'd say, would be sudden weight gain, right? So if you just put on 20 pounds and then you decide to start running, well, the muscle's not ready to sort of deal with the sudden weight increase.
That sounds like me too. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so those are the simple ones, but then restrictions. So range of motion restriction is a big one, and probably the most common one that I see. So what I mean is your ankle needs to be able to dorsiflex. Dorsiflexion is basically lifting your toes up towards your nose. So this is a normal human movement. It's when you walk, your foot needs to clear the ground so you don't scuff your foot on the floor. And you need about 10 to 15 degrees, depending on what you're trying to do. As normal walking and running, probably about 10 degrees of this motion. If something is limiting that motion, now your tib anterior, that muscle, has to fight against that force. So usually this is, well, it's muscle and capsule, right? So you've got your calf muscle, or the gastrocs, and then the muscle underneath it, which I usually see as the biggest issue, your soleus muscle. Those muscles point the foot down like stepping on a gas pedal, plantar flexion is called. So they do the opposite of the tibialis anterior. So they're antagonists. So if they're tight, it's going to restrict the amount of dorsiflexion you have. Now the other part, so most people know how to stretch their calves. Some people know how to stretch their soleus, but the other part is the capsule of the joint. So all of your joints have like a leathery sacrum called a capsule. It's normal, they all have it. And when we stop moving, we get older, we go to work, we don't do normal stuff like we did when we were kids. Sometimes that capsule can get stiff and change the dynamics of the joints. So in particular, with the ankle, as your foot comes back, the bone underneath the ankle bone, called the talus, has to be able to roll back a little bit. Normal joint mechanics. If the capsule is stiff, that doesn't happen, and that will also severely limit your range of motion. So it's common for me to see somebody with 0 degrees of dorsiflexion, maybe up to 5, but that's still not enough to do something like running. So I wrote a blog on this recently, and in the blog I put a couple videos of how to stretch gastroc, soleus, and how to mobilize, with just a band, how to mobilize the ankle joint itself and get your range of motion back. So
where can they find your blog, Chris?
I'll put it in the show notes. I mean, you can go to my website, dpt.services. That's dynamic physiotherapy.services. Just go to the media/blog link. It'll bring you right there. But I'll make sure to put that in the show notes.
Great. And then we'll also, you can also find, like, in the show notes under iTunes and Spotify, look for Poppin Bottles. And then also on our Instagram page, I'll also put it underneath the post for this week.
Perfect. And I'm almost done.
Oh, no. This is very interesting to me.
So the last 2 points are surface and shoes, right? I think shoes are like a small part of the puzzle. I'm sure a lot of runners would say, oh my God, it's all about the shoe wear. If you have a shoe that absorbs some shock, I'm sure it's going to reduce the amount of impact that muscle has to deal with. That and what surface you're running on. So if you're a new runner or been away from running for a long time and you gained weight and you're running on concrete, that's a sudden load increase on your tib anterior. And maybe a comfort shoe, a cushy shoe, will reduce some of the strain, absorbing some of that ground reaction force. So, but that to me is the smaller part of the problem. You really need to solve your ankle range of motion first. And maybe you need to do kind of what you're doing, Bree, do some running, walk for a bit, run, build your muscle capacity. If you just go flying out of the gates, sort of that weekend warrior syndrome, we call it, you're going to probably lead to some tissue overuse and strain.
I run because I'm out of shape and I can't breathe. But if it's helping me, I'll keep doing it.
So your aerobic capacity falls in line with your tib anterior capacity. So that's good. You'll build up to it.
My body says, don't try to hurt me. It's old.
All right. So at the end of the day, you got to listen to your body. My general rule of thumb is 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 pain or higher, your body's trying to tell you something, like the warning sign is coming on. So, you get your little aches and pains here and there, normal. Pain that kind of subsides with more repetition, I think, is pain you can work through. But once you get to 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, that's time to, ease up or fix something. So that's what I got for you, Bree.
I think that sounds amazing, Chris. I know I have experienced shin splints before from running more, or let's say running more than usual. But I think it's a good way for people that hadn't done this in a while to start back, take it easy, take it slow, increase over time, and just listen to your body.
Oh, I just thought of 2 other things that cause it too. Running up staircases and running or walking on a treadmill on an incline, because you're basically
Oh,
seeing dorsiflexion the entire time.
yes. But it makes your butt look good, so
I guess that's what it's all about.
and that's all it's about. No pain, no gain. That's what they used to teach us at school.
All right. Well, on that note, shall we pop open a bottle?
I think we should. Let's pop a bottle.
All right. What are you drinking this week, Bree?
So this week, I actually have a couple of friends coming into town. Remember I told you about my friend Christina? She's coming into town.
I believe I met her.
I want her to be a special guest for next week and everything. She's
cool.
the coolest thing ever. I love her to death. But we will be drinking today for me because I bought it for us. I'm just going to go ahead and open it. Camus. I love me some Camus. I splurged and bought us a bottle of Camus. It is the 2018. It's a cab. It's out of Napa Valley. It is one of my favorite cabs ever. The thing is, this is what I want to tell everybody with opening up. If you are located in Naples, Florida, there is a restaurant / wine place. It's called Market 360. So they sell you all their wines for wholesale prices, but $3.60 above. And I got a 1.5 bottle of Camus. That's usually like over $100 in like any store. I got it for $70.
Well, that's fantastic. Yeah, that place is awesome. And so have you been to Celebration Park right next door to it?
Yeah. We used to go there all the time.
Yeah, same owners. Yeah, props to those guys. Awesome.
Yeah,
stuff.
they're doing some great stuff in Naples, giving us like a variety of stuff, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Camus, that's good stuff. You ever had their conundrum?
Yes, I have. I had it at someone's house.
Good stuff. So back to red. You were on a rosé kick for a while. Well, I'm drinking Fog Theory Cabernet. Picked up at Publix. I'm not fancy like Brie. I think it was like $14 maybe.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. I can get down with that too.
It's pretty good. It's a good strong cab.
We should just let that stay. That is hilarious. So everyone, welcome our special guest this week is Miss Sophie.
Hi,
Sophie is Chris's daughter. Sophie, come say hey. Come say hey to everyone.
Hey, Sophie.
You see, you hear that laugh. That sweet baby girl.
Yeah, she's super cute.
Sophie is my flower girl as well in our wedding. So she just wanted to say hey to everybody.
Hey, Sophie. Thank you. Love you. Yeah, so tasty cab. It's good quality cab. I hadn't had it before. Once again, the label got me. And the name, Fog Theory, sounds cool, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, the reason I brought up Shin Splints today is I've seen this pattern, and maybe you have too. Now we've opened up post-pandemic. It's been a couple months now. I feel like a lot of people treat like the first month as like, all right, like staycation, a little break, had a little too much fun, a little too much indulgence. And they're like, oh shit, gained some weight. So they all started running. So we saw this pattern of people like putting on pounds and suddenly going for runs that they hadn't done in a long time. And it was just like shin splints galore.
Oh, I know that happened to me. The first week, I legit drank every single day, if not 2 to 3 bottles, because I was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, oh, I can't do this for the rest of my life. I have a wedding. I have to fit into a dress. So then I started working out with my trainer like 3 to 4 times a week.
Yeah. You know what I miss? I miss sports. When are we getting sports back?
I can't say that. I hate working out. It's the worst thing ever. I sweat. It's hot. It's not fun for me. But I do it because I don't want to be fat.
No, I miss being a spectator. I miss watching hockey, football, things like that.
Sorry, I misunderstood. I still don't miss that. I never really watched the games. I just went for like drinks and the outfits that the girls were wearing.
I heard a rumor that football is canceled this year, but it was just one of my friends posted on Facebook. I don't know if it's true or
No,
not.
football's not canceled. It's too much of a moneymaker.
Yeah,
It's not
it
canceled.
can't be. That'd be horrible. So on that note, let's call it a wrap. This has been DJ Dr. Chris.
And it's your favorite. No. Go back. You were talking about football. And you said, it's just a rumor I saw on my friend's page. And I was like, no, it's a moneymaker. And just be like, well, I can't wait for it to, like, for things to go back to normal. And then we can wrap it up.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's not canceled. I can't wait for football season. And now we got Brady and Gronk coming to Tampa. So I don't know. We'll see what happens there. Should be interesting.
Well, I'm excited for what's coming up this year, not just only with my wedding and my fat loss journey, but with football and basketball and everything going back to normal.
Okay, shall we wrap this one up?
I think it's a wrap.
Remember to stretch those calves, rate, like, subscribe. This has been DJ Dr. Chris.
And your favorite nurse practitioner, Bree.
This is Poppin' Bottles.
Bye, guys.
Bye.